Today I'm going to show you some tips for us using our glue gun. The glue gun is going to get really hot. You can never touch any part of the tip. When you're going to add more glue sticks to the glue gun, they go right in the back. This one's not quite ready for it, but this is where they'll go, and you can see as it moves forward. A couple other tips for this is to have a scrap piece of paper underneath it, so as it drips, it's not going to stick to the table and be hard to clean up. When you use the glue stick or the glue gun, also it helps make sure you have a plan and have all your parts ready and cut. I'm going to be stacking these. The advantage to the hot glue gun is that it's the heat and you don't have to wait for it to dry, you just have to wait for it to cool, so it's much faster. So I'm going to add these little beads and make this little stacking sculpture. Put the glue, don't try and glue it on here. You don't want anything that's going to drip off and get on your fingertips. So put the glue right here. I'm squeezing the little trigger and then press your bead into it. That way your fingers aren't going to accidentally have some hot glue drip on them. Okay, so I'm going to put the next one here. I'm going to press the bead. Now you can kind of see the glue gun's going down in, so that'll be like when I can put the next one in. So you can't really put the next one in until there's enough space that it's going to stay. So my next level, I'm going to go here. Now I can put the glue on here. I'm going to try go around the openings. I can put this level on. So I'm always kind of gluing and then pressing the object on top of it. And the nice thing is, again, you don't have to wait for it to dry. It's almost instantaneously. It will stay warm for a few minutes, so I don't want to stick my finger in the glue until that's had a little time to cool. Oh, now I can see there's a gap here. So I'm going to push this down in because it's got like to be able to grab that and push it forward. I'm going to stack this next bead here. And again, it's pretty quick. And then I'm going to do my next layer. And I'm just making a little abstract sculpture, kind of stacking cardboard and beads. So it looks like that right now. Now if I had something, oh boy, here comes a cat. This is not a good time to have my cat show up because we don't want him to get burned. But if I have something thin like paper or a pom-pom and I wanted to add it, say I'm going to put this one here. It's nice to have something like a popsicle stick so you can push it down. So if you have something that's really thin, like paper, that you were going to glue, and you wouldn't want to push your finger on that because the heat's going to go right through, you could still get burned. So having something like a popsicle stick to hold things down is a good tip. So I'm going to put this one, again, I can feel this needs to go in a little bit right here. You don't need a lot. Okay, I'm going to think about that, and then I have one more. Maybe I'll put it there. Okay, I'll put this right here. Be careful when you press down because sometimes it'll ooze out. You don't want to get burned on that. So again, it's easier if you put the glue where you're going to press something in, as long as it's big enough. If it's something that's thin, when you go to press it in, you can always kind of move things around with something like a popsicle stick so your fingers don't get in there. Keep your hands away from the tip. The glue stick goes in the back when you need to reload. This one has like a little trigger. And we can use these at school if we're careful. We have permission, but I want to go through the safety with you so that we make sure no one gets burned. If you get burned, please tell me. I won't be mad. I know accidents will happen. If you get burned, I want you to be able to go right to the sink and run under cool water because we don't want anyone to get hurt. So I won't be mad unless somebody's fooling around, because this is definitely something we have to be responsible for. If we can't be responsible, we won't be able to use them in our class. And I want to make sure everybody's safe. So I hope that we will have a lot of fun building some cool constructions with our glue guns.